By silent killers of vision, we mean mainly diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma.
Yeah.
The reason why we call them silent killers of vision is that we will not come to know about the problems of diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma until late. That means during the initial phases there will not be any symptoms for diabetic retinopathy as well as for glaucoma.
Okay.
As many of the people are thinking that glaucoma, there will be most of the people are thinking that glaucoma means raised eye pressure and there will be pain. It is true that glaucoma is caused by raised intraocular pressure, but the pain will not be present until late.
Okay.
So during most of the glaucoma, mainly the open angle glaucoma, initial phases there will not be any pain.
Okay.
So that by the time patient experiences pain or decreased vision, the time might have ran out actually.
Okay. It will be late.
It will be late.
Yeah.
That's why we call glaucoma a silent killer of vision.
Okay.
Regarding diabetic retinopathy, diabetes can affect the retina of our eye.
Okay.
As all of you know, right, retina is the most important part of our vision center actually. When the diabetes affects the retina, it will be very late actually. By the time we come to know that diabetes has affected retina, the time will be lost actually, and patient might have started experiencing loss of vision, and from that moment the treatment is very difficult.
Okay.
So the diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma are called silent killers of vision because they are silent until late.
Okay.
Once the problem starts, it will be very difficult to treat.
Okay.
So the most important thing is to identify diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma at an earlier stage, so that we can intervene at an earlier stage to decrease the problem which they can cause at a later stage.
Okay. Who will get affect this diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma? Mainly old age people or female or male? Who can get it?
So first I can shed some light into diabetic retinopathy.
Okay.
This, as the name implies, diabetic retinopathy affects people with diabetes.
Okay.
That people with uncontrolled diabetes or people having diabetes of longer duration.
Okay.
The most important factor is the duration of diabetes. The longer the duration, the more the chances for getting diabetic retinopathy.
And also uncontrolled diabetes.
Also uncontrolled diabetes.
Okay.
So the chances for getting diabetic retinopathy are higher for individuals with longer duration, number one, than the uncontrolled nature of the diabetes.
Okay.
As also people who smokes or also people with comorbidities like diabetes plus hypertension, diabetes plus hypercholesterolemia, diabetes with heart diseases, or diabetic patients who smokes excessively. These people are more prone for getting diabetic retinopathy.
Yeah. What are the main signs and symptoms of these diabetic retinopathy?
As the name of as our topic is silent killers of vision, initial phases of diabetic retinopathy, it will be silent. That means the patient will not experience any symptoms.
Okay.
So every diabetic individual should undergo a periodic dilated eye examination.
Okay.
It's not a normal eye examination. We'll put some drops into the eye and ask the patient to wait for some 45 minutes to 1 hour, so that eye gets open and we can see a good view of the retina.
Okay.
So to identify diabetic, if we can identify diabetic retinopathy at an earlier stage, we can control.
Okay.
So that the diabetic retinopathy will not get progressed into more devastating conditions like end-stage diabetic retinopathy, vitreous hemorrhage, tractional retinal detachment, or once the patient develops tractional retinal detachment or vitreous hemorrhage, many treatment modalities are there, but the result, the outcome is not as good as.
Okay.
So to identify the diabetic retinopathy at an earlier stage is the most important thing.
Yeah.
If we can identify diabetic retinopathy at an earlier stage, we can do some lifestyle modification or more vigorous control of glucose blood sugar status.
Okay.
To keep the HbA1c, that the 3-month average blood sugar level around 5.5 to 6, something like that, we can control it.
Okay.
Or if it progresses furthermore, we can do some simple laser procedures so that the diabetic retinopathy progression can get arrested.
Okay.
So the most important thing is to identify. So every diabetic individual should undergo a periodic dilated eye examination. These many of the patients as well as many of the physicians are not emphasizing the patient to go for this dilated examination. So what I would suggest to you is that if you are a diabetic individual, don't hesitate to do a dilated diabetic eye examination. We in our Naseem Medical Center are fully equipped to deal with the diabetic retinopathy. We in our main center we have every equipment like OCT, we have fundus photography, everything to identify diabetic retinopathy. But our Naseem Medical Center, Vakro also, we have been equipped with all the equipments like indirect ophthalmoscope, everything to identify diabetic retinopathy. So for diabetic retinopathy, the most important thing is to do a periodic dilated eye examination by an ophthalmologist.
How we can prevent this diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma?
Regarding diabetic retinopathy, it's as I already said, it's not about prevention. To identify diabetic retinopathy, prevention is by strict glycemic control, and to control the comorbidities also. If you have diabetes with hypertension, if you have diabetes with hypercholesterolemia, control all these factors and stop the smoking, alcoholism, everything, which all can contribute to development of diabetic retinopathy.
Okay. So the race, like female or male, can get it early.
Both of them can get affected. Even the type 1 diabetic retinopathy individuals, that means the children with the diabetes, that's type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
They also can get affected.
Okay.
So
once get affected this diabetic retinopathy, what are the treatment we can get it?
Diabetic retinopathy, different stages are there. If it is mild diabetic retinopathy, mild or moderate diabetic retinopathy, we can have some strict glucose control. That's more vigorous control of sugar than normal diabetic individuals. As well as we have some injection into the eye, like monoclonal antibody injections are there, which we will inject into the eye so that the diabetic retinopathy progression can get controlled. Then simple laser procedures are there.
Okay.
These are the different treatment modalities for the diabetic retinopathy.